Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So good to be here with you. And we're going to have a treat tonight, aren't we, Jake? It's not just
Absolutely.
going to be singing, but
We have a
yes, go
very
ahead.
special guest tonight here at Temple Sinai, or virtual Sinai. I guess we can call it Temple, or what would you?
Temple
Bait,
Sinai removed.
Temple Remote Sinai, or we got the Bait Bass and the Bait Harris, our houses.
That's true.
So we have a special guest tonight, Cantor Rachel Slusky, who's
Who is
recently been
that?
ordained from the Hebrew College and is also the love of my life. But right now, this is strictly about Shabbat and spirituality. So we're very grateful to have you here with us,
Thanks.
Rachel.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
And Mazel Tov to you, Cantor Rachel. It's wonderful. Okay, so let's settle into Shabbat. It's been perhaps a difficult week for everyone. So before we even start with our opening song, let's just try to settle in and really accept Shabbat like a warm blanket against the cold world. It's been very difficult lately, especially here in Florida, with the numbers rising for coronavirus. It's a very scary time. But Shabbat is a time that we can reflect and take a moment away from all of the news of the outside world so that we can be ready to address it after Shabbat again. So just take this moment to just relax in your body and in your mind and in your breath. And it's a perfect time to focus on breath because we're about to exhale on song. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let Jake lead us in our opening song.
All right, this is for strength, this song. Not by might, not by power. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone, Ruach, shall we all live in peace. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone, shall we all live in peace. The children drink, Badadi, the children dream, and their tears may fall, but they'll hear them call, and another song will rise, and another song will rise, and another song will rise. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone, shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by power, shalom.
That's a perfect opening song because tonight is Pride Shabbat, and it is a Shabbat in which we embrace the pluralism in our community and all the colors and the brilliance of the rainbow of humanity and of us as Jews. So at this time, I'd like to invite you, if you have a Kiddush cup, join me in the Shabbat Kiddush. Vayhi Erev, vayhi Boker Yom HaShishi, vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam, vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi melachto asher asa
וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו, באהבה ורצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית. כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן.
לחיים. At this time, before we go on with our service order, I would like to thank all of those who donated to our community food pantries this week. Thank you to the following: Joan and Len Weiser, in memory of Richard Glickman; Judy and Barry Friedfeld, in memory of Wayne Friedfeld; Robert Pan, in memory of Sylvia Pan; Nancy Bernstein, in memory of Edwin Bernstein; Sue Wexler, in memory of her mother, Helen Waxberger. I wish you all long life, and you live out the legacy that your forebears had given to you by this wonderful donation. Thank you for your generosity. And at this time, I'd like to call Jake back to lead us in the Lecha Dodi, page 138. Lecha Dodi.
All right, this Lecha Dodi is actually one of my compositions, and it was dedicated to Sidney and Helene Martel. When I wrote it, I had Sid and Helene in mind for their wits, wisdom, generosity as people, both to our temple and to the Jewish people as a whole. And we're thinking about them, especially this week on the passing of Sid's beloved brother, Melvin. So for Sid and Helene, every time that this song is played, I hope that it gives you kavod, support, or just a nice tune to be able to listen to give you some joy on this Shabbat. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, תשפיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. I'm going to go ahead and sing verse 2 now. Likrat Shabbat. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha tihi mekor habracha merosh mekerem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehilah. דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Verse 9. Shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'tzola toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
We continue now with a Baruch. If you haven't already done so, please rise in body or in spirit as we address the Holy One in the call to worship. Page 146, the Baruch.
Yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam vaed. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai.
We continue now with the Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam is found on page 150, 150.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Havta Amcha Havta Torah u'mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו קומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ועבדתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
There's something about the Shema that I'd like to share with you. We're about to recite the Shema, which is actually a proclamation, really not a prayer, but it's become part of our liturgy. It does come actually from the Torah with the Ve'ahavta right after it. And it was inserted into our liturgy, and it is, of course, the declaration of God's oneness and perhaps the central most important value in Judaism in terms of theology, that God is one. In traditional synagogues and in the olden days, the Shema was always said in whatever position one happened to be in. And certainly we know that today with the bedtime Shema. And so we lie down, and when we rise up, we say Shema. We say these words when we're lying down, when we're rising up, in any position. The Reform movement then decided, because it is such an important part of our theology, that we should rise to say the Shema. So in some synagogues, they rise, and in some synagogues, they sit, they stay seated. And because we're in our homes now, what I've decided is I'm not going to ask you to rise. Just do whatever feels comfortable to you. So if it is your custom to rise and you want to rise, please do for the Shema. And if it is your custom to sit, or if you're just feeling like staying on your couch, that's really fine too. We turn to page 152 and we sing Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed.
Page 154, please join me for Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Usually now we turn to the Michamocha, the song the Michamocha. And as I mentioned, tonight is our celebration of Pride Shabbat. And so I have an alternative reading for the Michamocha that comes from a new publication by the CCAR called Mishkan Ga'ava, which is a sanctuary of pride for this very purpose. And this reading is called A Michamocha for Friday Nights. It's written by Magid Andrew Raymer. Our people came out of Egypt, a mixed multitude, the spray of dividing waters, sparkling diamonds all around them. We stood together at Sinai, all of us, future, present, past, amid the rumble of thunder and the crack of bright lightning, to enter into covenant with the one who loves us, in whose shining image we are all created over and over again. We have wandered bleak landscapes, built flimsy tents of skin, and then houses of stone. We have planted orchards and vineyards, seen 2 temples rise and then go down in the surging flames, forcing us into exile. We have loved and lost, grieved and danced, transgressed and celebrated, hidden, suffered, thrived. And we gather here this day in the community of our people, a mixed multitude, and we sing out, "Hear, O Israel, we stand together, all of us, descendants of the single first human created on the 6th day, and of our myriad parents down through the generations, too numerous to name. We stand together, link arms, and pray. Blessed are you, God of the universe, who sanctifies us with the commandment to love ourselves and one another in all our varied ways, and blesses us with a diamond bright radiance that still ripples out from your first spoken words of creation. Amen. There are many in the world who do not feel free to love as they wish. There are so many places in the world where it is dictated how people are to love. And so, with the hope that everyone should love, that love makes a family, we now turn to the Hashkivenu that's written by Noah Aronson called Let There Be Love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu Leshalom, Vehamidenu Shomrenu Lechaim, Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu Leshalom. Let there be love, let there be love, and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Amen.
With that beautiful rendition in our hearts and in our minds, we turn now to the tefillah on page 164. We rise, those who are able to do so, but rise in your heart no matter where you are. Page 164.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Agadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor leolam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav lehoshia. Morid hatal, Mechalkel Chaim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Michamocha Baal gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please take some time for silent prayer and reflection.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom.
Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom.
V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Baruch atah Adonai oseh hashalom.
It's the time in our service when we think of those who are in need of healing, of body, mind, spirit, or of all three. So if you have someone you are thinking of right now, please say their name aloud wherever you are. So for all of those we name, as well as all of those you're about to see on our list of names, as well as all of the good people around the world who are struggling with COVID and other illnesses, we wish them this Mishaberach of healing.
Mishaberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Isheperach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirits, and let us say, Amen.
We'd like to have the opportunity. Okay, now I'm unmuted. Every Shabbat, we have the opportunity to study a new parsha, a new portion of our Torah. This week's parsha, Parshat Korach, has some interesting themes, some of which may be somewhat disturbing. When Korach and his band of followers speak against Moses and Aaron and become swallowed by the earth. And when a plague destroys many, many other people, for their also obstinance and distrust. But Jake is going to read part of this Torah portion that he says he has found that is redemptive. So I'm interested to see the verses that Jake has selected for this Shabbat. And before we look at those verses and hear Jake chanting them, we'll say the bracha for Torah study. Since we're not actually having an aliyah to the Torah, this is the bracha for Torah study. La'asuk b'divrei Torah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, la'asuk b'divrei Torah. Amen.
וידבר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון לאמור, היבדלו מתוך העדה הזאת ואכלה אותם כרגע. ויפלו על פניהם ויאמרו, אל אלוהי הרוחות לכל בשר האיש אחד יחטא ועל כל העדה תקצוף.
And I guess redemption is subjective, Rabbi Aviva. So, we'll see really where this redemption lies. Where I find this is very current. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, "Stand back from this community, that I may annihilate them in an instant." But they fell on their faces and said, "O God, source of the breath of all flesh, when one man sins, will you be wrathful with the whole community?"
A lot to think about, but that actual quote harkens back to another story in the Torah. You may remember that Abraham asked God if God was going to annihilate the entirety of the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, because he said, well, maybe there are 50 good, honest people there, and then God said, well, I won't destroy it on the sake of the 50. And Abraham keeps asking God, well, what about 40? What about 30? What about 20? What about... And then finally, the last number is, what about 10? And God says, I will not destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for the sake of 10 people. If there are 10 people that are good, I won't destroy it. And unfortunately, there weren't 10 good people. But this is very, very much like the language of that Torah portion. The Torah teaches that in Bereshit, the creation story, human beings were made b'tselem Elohim, in God's image. That means that every person has divinity within. And yet throughout history, people have marginalized others whom they thought of as the other. People have labeled each other and judged one another based on superficial characteristics. This judgment is what was referred to by the ancient rabbis as sinat chinam, baseless hatred. And it is the reason the rabbis give for our holy temple being destroyed by the Romans in the year 70 of the Common Era. This is the sin that the ancient rabbis said that we had done, sinat chinam, baseless hatred. There are many instances of sinat chinam. I've been speaking about one of these quite a bit lately with regard to racial injustice. Tonight I want to speak to you of another of these groups that who have been marginalized, the LGBTQ community, those whose gender or sexuality does not fit in with the majority culture. Every June, all over the world, LGBTQ community members and their allies celebrate Pride Month. In past years, these celebrations took place with marches in the streets, and last year's event in New York City was the biggest of all, with over 150,000 people marching in the parade, and around 5 million people gathering in New York City to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the police raid on Stonewall Inn, which was the beginning of the gay rights movement. This year, because of COVID, there will be a 24-hour live stream global Pride celebration tomorrow, with performances by musicians and artists and speeches by activists and politicians. Vice President Joe Biden and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau are expected to be among the speakers for this event. If you want to attend or watch, please Google Global Pride Celebration, and it will be streaming live. The U.S. Supreme Court just ruled that an employer cannot fire an employee just for being gay or transgender in the landmark ruling Bostock versus Clayton County, Georgia. However, we still have far to go in removing the stigma and prejudice from our society. LGBTQ people still experience hardship. There are still laws on the books in many states outlawing use of identity-correct gender bathrooms by those whose birth gender does not match their identity. I recently watched a news program that demonstrated that this prejudice is the worst for transgender women of color, who are still more likely to experience violence for their identity than any other marginalized group. Homosexuality is still illegal in over 70 countries, according to an article published this week by CNN. In Hungary, there's a new law banning people from changing genders. Brazil had 130 murders of trans and gender diverse people between October 2018 and September 2019, according to the Trans Murder Monitoring Project cited by the CNN article. I am proud that the reform and reconstructionist movements have been pivotal in acceptance of a diversity of genders and sexualities, ordaining openly gay and transgender rabbis and cantors. At Temple Sinai, we are committed to such pluralism, with members and guests of all gender identities and sexual orientations. Many allies have expressed to me their pride in gay children and grandchildren and have told me that they've marched alongside them in pride rallies. This Shabbat, please join me in the Global Pride Day celebration. Let us affirm that we are all made B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. We all comprise the beautiful colors of the rainbow of humanity.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
We continue now with the Aleinu on page 586. We rise in body or spirit.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We now remember all of those who have gone before us. We mourn all of those whose lives have been lost to COVID, and we mourn all of those whose lives have been lost to sinat chinam, baseless hatred of one human against another. This Shabbat, we also remember all of those whose yahrzeits are commemorated at this time, those whose names are on the plaques surrounding the sanctuary: Oscar Bruskin, Claudine Castle, Thomas Zion Castle, Rita Chazen, Louis H. Hirschberg, Clara Japak, Louis C. Karch, Leo Kirstein, Samuel Kronik, Edith Laber, Florence Larva, Morton H. Pector, Thelma R. Stern, Elsie C. Tompkins. Others recalled at this time: Pauline Bell, Wayne Friedfeld, Richard Glickman, Max Green, Jacob C. Lambert, Robert McCabe, Gertrude Osterman, Hilda Shangold, Fanny Silver, Harriet Sokol, Nathan Telesnik, William Wagner, and Helen Waxberger. Those whose deaths are more recent in the past 30 days: Marilyn Goldwater, Nancy Sauer, Martin Chazen, Melvin Wortell, Herbert Hal Friedman, Paul Katz, Bob Tell, and Morton Panzer. If you are recalling someone whom I have not named, please say their name aloud now. And so, in solidarity with mourners everywhere, and in memory of all who lost their lives in the Shoah, we rise now as we turn to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah ve'amad yivarach yiruteh ve'amlich malchuteh b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulol me'almaya Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal Shemei d'kudusha brichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran ba'ama v'imru Amen. Yehei shalom araba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to us, to all Israel, and to all who mourn among us. And let us all say, Amen. Please be seated. Before our closing song, I'd like to end with this blessing, this benediction to all of us. May we feel God's presence surrounding us with safety and love and support on this Shabbat, strengthening and sustaining us to do the work we need to do during the week toward Tikkun Olam, the repair of our world. Amen. And now, our closing song. We bring Jake back. And Cantor Rachel.
And a surprise from Cantor Rachel.
Yes.
Hello.
Not someday we'll be able to be together again in the sanctuary, and wow, the sounds that'll come out of all of us, the trios, the harmonies, amazing. It will be soon.
Yes, but I'll just sing from here. I'll harmonize with you from afar.
All right, page 657, if you got a Siddur, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Hopefully peace will come to all of us, especially on this Pride Shabbat, especially for the LGBTQ community who is marginalized. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.